It's inspiring moments with Kaylin. It's inspiring moments with Kaylin. Come on in. Hello, everybody. I hope you are having a wonderful and amazing Sunday. I hope you have just enjoyed being able to do your normal routine, whether it was a normal day for you, a different day. I just hope you had an awesome day. And I am very, very glad to be on. I am glad for my topic because, as many of you know, school starts for some this week, next week. It's kind of all jumbled up because we have COVID going around and the schools are just trying to find the best possible way for us to come back to school and trying to figure everything out. So I decided that this is probably like a really great show to incorporate because we have a lot that we are about to get into because the school year is coming. But I am very, very thankful to everyone who has been commenting and has been sharing everything, whether it is on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. Thank you so much for just supporting me and being there for me to support my vision in my show with inspiring moments and quick moments with Kaylin. So I am very, very thankful to you all. But before I get started, I do want to say please go look at the Facebook page and like it, the Kaylin's Caring Connection Facebook page. On there, it will lead you to the YouTube page and to other stuff that I have. Just show you some pictures and cool things that I have going on. Also, please go look at the Kaylin's Caring Connection Instagram, and that is at Kaylin Cares 15. Just started that, and I'm trying to get followers to come on so you can see more things that I'm doing because I do have a lot of things up my sleeve, just trying to be able to make sure I bring out new and fresh ideas to help everyone just be able to be encouraged throughout the week. So go check that out because on the Instagram is a new segment called Quick Moments with Kaylin. So if you would like to go watch that, go follow my Instagram page for Kaylin's Caring Connection. Also, go look at the Kaylin's Caring Connection website. On that website, you can see the whole vision of why I started Kaylin's Caring Connection and Inspiring Moments. It shows you pictures from throughout the years, and it also will show you just some cool videos, cool things that I've done just personally with myself. So go check that out. And last but not least, please go subscribe to the Kaylin's Caring Connection YouTube channel. On that YouTube channel, you can see inspiring moments videos from the beginning when I just started almost 3 years ago. And you can go look at the drives from Kaylin's Caring Connection. It shows you the videos. And you can go see the new segment, Quick Moments with Kaylin, and listen to that and just be encouraged. If you ever feel like in one day in your week where you're feeling sad or you just need a certain topic to hear to uplift your spirits, go check it out, click on it, comment, and just enjoy. But I love you all so much. I've been seeing new people just coming on and commenting and saying how amazing I'm doing. I really do appreciate that on a whole another level. It makes me feel awesome because as long as I can reach a great amount of people to encourage somebody, that is all that I am worried about. I just want to be there to encourage people. I don't care how many fans I have or how many supporters, subscribers, whatever they call it. I just want to make a difference and help other people out. So let's get right into this. So today's topic is tips for a successful school year. And that is a topic because we are about to start school, whether you're starting, like I said in the beginning, whether you're starting this week, next week, August 31st, whenever you start, we are about to enter a new school year. And I just want to come on and give you some of the good things that I have used, even when it comes to being able to just be focused and stay maintained with all of the workload that they give you, whether it's instructions, directions. I just want to be able to come on and to encourage you and give you some tips that I've seen, that I've heard of from other people, and just some things I use personally because as kids, we're looking for new things to help make stuff easier for us when it comes to school. So I'm going to be focusing on both subjects because I know that we have options now whether you want to do distance learning or at home, or if they have the if you're doing brick and mortar where you're going back and forth between a certain schedule. I just want to be able to give tips for everything. So I will first start off when it comes to distance learning. And I know that most of us, well, all of us, there was a point in the beginning of the school year where we all had to go distance learning because of the first outbreak of the coronavirus and of everything going on. But I know that there were some who struggled. There were some who weren't able to just maintain everything and keep their workload because of certain things at home. But here are some quick tips. So, first off, when it comes to being at home and having to learn about certain things, before your week starts, I suggest that you plan out your week before you get moving and get busy because personally, that helps me when I can write down, well, what am I going to do? Pick out my clothes, make sure I have my stuff. So when you do that, one thing to do when you're planning out your week, especially if you're doing distance learning, make sure you charge your electronic devices. That's something you can do over the weekend, whether you need to charge your laptop, your iPad, your phone, whatever you're using for school. Plan out your week by first off charging any of your electronics, whether that means you need to get something for school, whether that's a school giving you a Chromebook, just make sure everything is 100% charged so you don't have any problems going throughout the day. Also, if you have assignments that your teacher has already assigned you, say you have it for the weekend, when you know you have to turn it in on Monday, make sure you have those assignments ready to turn in. Don't have to worry about, well, going class to class, period, saying that you have to shuffle through all your stuff just to find the assignment that you need, or you can't find it on your computer. Make sure you have everything organized so you can turn in everything on time and when it needs to be there. Also, when it comes to doing that, get a planner. Now, today I went to Michael's. I usually use planners, but new year, you have to get a new one because the calendars changes, the days change. So I suggest getting yourself a planner. Just a planner to help you, and it has just a calendar. It helps you plan out your week. You have some days where you may need to just your teachers are talking, and while they're talking, you need to write down what you need to do for your homework, whether it's writing down exam days, writing down something. Get a planner and make sure that you check it to make sure you have everything that you need for the week. And then last but not least, for planning your week out, set an alarm because some people just say, oh, I'll wake up when my body is going to wake up, or I'll do certain things. Well, at the end of the day, we're about to start school. A lot of people, summer, their sleep schedules are jacked up. I am one of them too. I have to get that on track before school. Just make sure you set that alarm because the more that you set your alarm, the more that you keep it on repeat. That's when your body can readjust back to waking up at your normal time, whether it's 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, whatever time you have to wake up to get ready for school. Make sure you set that alarm and set it with enough time for you to be able to get ready, do your hair, do your full morning routine, and still eat breakfast and be ready to turn on your electronics and just be ready to go for the school year. Now, when I'm going to go back to what I said about getting your planner. Once you get your planner for the school year, for distance learning and for going to campus, I suggest writing down due dates for your assignments. Number one, writing down those assignments and making sure that if your teacher is talking, if she says something is due Wednesday and it's Monday, make sure you write down that due date. So you don't have to worry about saying, oh, well, I didn't hear you say that, or I didn't know that it was supposed to be due that day. Also, write down upcoming assignments, not just the ones that are due, but if you have long-term assignments, like say you have an exam or you have a long-term project, write those dates down ahead of time so you can always go back and say, I have this much time before this is due. And write down anything that works best for you, whether you need to write down what you learned, if you write down what works best for you in your planner. Know yourself and know your schedule. And when it comes to knowing your schedule and planning out your week, be honest with yourself. If you know that it's going to take you more than an hour to get ready, don't set, if you go to school at 8 o'clock, don't set your alarm for 7 o'clock and you know you need more than an hour. Be proactive and do things that are going to help you be able to come into the school year and be able to start it with a fresh mindset and a fresh way of doing things. Because I know that this is going to be a weird school year for all of us, but it's how you choose to make it the best and how you choose to change your perspective to allow you to be able to get through it even when it may seem difficult or may seem hard. Now, number three, my third tip for distance learning is find out what works best for you. And when I say that, I mean we all know where we can work and where we can't work when it comes to home. Because some people can't choose their working space. They can't work in their room because they may see their bed and they might want to go lay down. They may not have a desk. Find somewhere in your house where you're not going to be distracted, where you're going to have that time where you can really focus and stay awake. Don't go sit in your bed and you know you're going to fall asleep. Don't go sit in the living room where the TV is and you know you're going to get distracted and want to watch TV. Go in a place where you can actually focus. Also, find the best study method for you when it comes to distance learning. Make sure that you know because you may not have the teacher to be there since you're going to be home. You're not going to have the teacher to be right next to you and right there. They may be able to call you virtually, but you don't have that one-on-one time. So make sure that your study habits, if they aren't the best right now, look up ways online. There's several ways you can look up to be able to study, whether that's making sure that you need to reread it several times, write it several times, find that best study habit for you to be able to ace your classes and ace every test and exam that you have. And last, set goals for yourself. You have to be able to say that I am going to finish my work. And it doesn't even have to be a hard goal. One of your first goals right now is I'm going to stay awake in class on the computer. I'm not going to fall asleep. Or it may be I'm going to wake up at this certain time, or I'm going to do something to help better my life. Find out the best thing for you and set those goals for yourself. My fourth tip for distance learning is find things to help you stay focused because it's a tendency when you're on the computer, whether it's school or just doing things, you may see a certain ad pop up or you have your mind tends to go to other places. It may try to distract you. You're typing something on the computer, then you may go to one thought and then go to another. Find things to help you focus. I know for me, eating mints or chewing gum while I'm at home, this is for distance learning because at school you can't chew gum and you can't do all those things. But when you're home, when I'm home, I like to chew gum sometimes, especially in the morning time because I'm just waking up. I'm trying to get my eyeballs used to the computer. I don't want to fall asleep, so I chew gum or a mint just to be able to have something going and to help me really wake up because the peppermint smell, it is good for your just waking up anyway with aromatherapy and everything. Peppermint is something that wakes up your eyes and your senses just to be able to get your day started. Also, keep a water bottle. If you know you get thirsty a lot and you may not be able to get up because you have to be attentive in class and you can't move away from your computer as much as you would want to, keep some water by your desk so you can still, that helps you stay awake, putting fluids in your body, allowing you just to be able to stay energetic and stay focused and keep going. Another thing is have a light snack just in case you get hungry. I'm not saying keep a full meal, but whether it's like peanuts or having some gummies, something just to snack on in between when you're doing certain things on the computer. And I know for some people, you can listen to music as well while you're doing that, while you're doing work. Now, for me, it depends. If I'm working on math, I can jam out some music. I can get my work done and still do that. But when it comes to reading, I have to focus. I have to limit certain things. But if listening to music helps you while you do your work, then do it. Do those things that are going to help you and help you stay focused. And another thing for distance learning is don't stare at the computer for longer than, since you're going to be doing all day, don't stare for the computer longer than 30 minutes. I know you're going to have to do your work, but if you stare at a computer for so long, your eyes start to get tired and that can be straining on your eyes. And that means that once you are working for a certain amount of time, and since we're going to be doing class periods, take a break between each class period or when you're doing work just to be able to look away from the computer, get your brain back, get focused again, and to recalibrate yourself because staring at the computer is not the best thing to do without taking at least a couple of breaks in between. And last but not least, for distance learning, my last tip is keep your workspace organized. Don't have food or wrappers everywhere. Don't have your pencils and all this stuff jumbled across. So when it comes to taking notes, you're not ready or you're not prepared. Don't keep your area cluttered. Keep everything in the place that you need it to be so that when you're working, you can do it smoothly and you don't have to worry about, well, where did I put this? Where did I put that? Make sure you have something to organize your stuff, to be able to do something to help you be able to focus. Now I'm going to move on to on campus learning because I know that some people are going to be going back, and I do want to be able to go to both sides of the story because it's going to be hard either way. Now, my first tip for on campus learning is use your knowledge between what is right and what is wrong. And when I say that, I mean pick the right crowd to be around. Don't be around people in class who are going to make you laugh, who are going to distract you from listening to the teacher. Be attentive in class and know what is right from wrong. Because that's a lot of the problem with some kids say, well, I don't know what to do, or I don't know the assignment we're doing. Well, sometimes it's because you're talking while the teacher's talking. Give them as much as attention as you want them to give you. Make sure you don't make those immature decisions. Don't do things that are going to jeopardize your GPA. Don't do things that are going to jeopardize how you want what you want to be when you grow up. Making immature decisions and doing things that are going to put your school career, your attendance, anything at risk. Don't do those things. Make smart decisions and be a leader. Stand out and be different. You don't have to be like everybody else when you go to school. You don't have to be the class clown. You don't have to be the one who's always being the bystander in situations. Be a leader and show your light and show that you know how to act in class. You know how to be a smart person and know how to do certain things in class. Also, if you have a question, don't be afraid to ask it because if you don't ask those questions, you may still be confused about it at a later point, and you may not be able to go up to your teacher and say certain things. You may not be able to actually have that time with them to be able to ask them for what you need. So do be clear about what you need to learn and ask them those questions. My second tip is pack a safety kit because you know that going to school, you're going to have to abide by all the CDC guidelines. You're going to have to take a temperature test. You're going to have to do all these things depending on your school and your district. So I would say pack a safety kit. And in that safety kit, I would suggest packing hand sanitizer, backup masks just in case something happens, whether it's a spill, whether you may have dropped it. Just pack those backup masks. Three, I would say pack gloves if you're a person who doesn't want to touch the doors and doesn't want to have to keep washing your hands. Pack some gloves so you can go throughout your day not having to touch certain things. And also, you can pack some Lysol wipes or some alcohol wipes because they sell them at Walmart in a small package that you can carry in your bag. Just carry some wipes with you so you can wipe your hands, wipe your desk if you want to, even though the teachers may be doing it. If you want to get your extra little wipe or your extra little clean part to be able to make it your own, wipe it up yourself. Just pack the safety things that you think you need and be smart. Now, my third tip would be keep your backpack organized because I know that can be hard. I'm gonna be honest with you and say yes, I keep my backpack organized, but there are times where it can be messy. You have to be able to keep your backpack organized. That means don't leave those loose leaf papers. If you have a binder, put it in something, get folders. Separate your classes by folder. If you're like me who likes separating it by color, separate your stuff by color in your backpack. and dispose of trash every week. That's how I keep my backpack organized. I may collect certain things throughout the week, but every week that I was in school, I would take everything out my backpack, throw away the trash, make sure it's all clean, and then I would go back the next week with another organized backpack. Just make sure that you clean your stuff and make sure that you keep it organized because it'll help you throughout the school year. You won't have to shuffle for papers. If your teacher tells you to take it out, it's right there. You have it. You don't have to worry about them having to wait. You can have it out. You can start early. Because I know for me, when your teacher is like, take out an article in high school, sometimes when you have like an essay to read or you're going over something in class, if you take something out early, you have more time to read it yourself. You have more time to actually dig in. So if the teacher asks you questions, you can be refreshed and be able to actually answer them to your best percent and to your best ability because you'll know what to say and know what to do. Now, the last two I really want to press for going back to school. My fourth tip is please be respectful of others when you're going to school. And when I say that, I mean be smart. Don't don't make immature jokes because I know sometimes as kids we think things are funny. Don't go to school acting a fool and trying to make jokes about the times that we are in now. Because I'll give you an example. Don't go up to somebody acting like you're coughing, acting like you're doing certain things just because you think it's funny. That's not funny, is not cute, and is not mature. If you would want somebody to respect you as much as you want them to, so when you go to school, be smart and be safe. Don't make dumb jokes just to get attention because you may get in work you're going to get in a lot more trouble because you're joking about things that are really serious and other people are going through a lot of things because of it. Be smart and don't do things that are going to get you in trouble. Now I'll leave that button in there because I'm not going to go too deep on that. But my last thing for being respectful is respect everyone's space. Don't be all up on people that you don't know. You still got to abide by the line. So just stay your 6 feet and be respectful of other people's space. And last, be patient. Your teachers, your principals, your students around you, they all are confused about certain things that are going on. You're never going to know. And I know that I have to work on this myself too, because I sometimes want to know all the time, well, when is this going to happen or when is this going to come out? But we have to all learn how to be patient because things are just evolving every day. Every day is something different. Every day is a new start. Just be patient with your teachers, whether they're telling you certain instructions. It may seem frustrating when you go back to school that you have to always wear a mask or you have to abide by certain things, but be patient because everything that is happening is for a reason. It's for your safety. It's helping you stay safe. So just be able to know that it's in God's hands. He's going to work everything out. And all you have to do is just be obedient and be patient. And there are some things that I want to say for both because when there are some things that we can all take from, whether it's just going on campus, just learning in general. Pay attention to your teachers. That's number one. Whether you're at home or at school, pay attention to your teachers, listen to what they're saying, and only talk when you should so you don't miss important information. Because half the time when you're in class, sometimes you may try to talk to your friend or try to sneak in a little comment, and that's when you really get to miss the time where your teacher is trying to explain and in that time where your teacher is trying to help everyone understand everything even more. Number two, take those notes. When you're taking notes, take them even when the teacher isn't talking. That's what I do. Some people only say, well, I only write what the teacher tells me to write out. I'm going to be honest with you. In high school and just in general, they're not going to wait for you. You write down while they're talking, while they're lecturing, and you have to write down as much as you can. I write when they're not talking. I mean, even when they are talking, because most of the things that come up their mouth explain what's happening in certain things, whether it's reading where we're going over a story and they are explaining the material, explaining why something is interpreted this way or why something is supposed to mean something. Also, when it comes to just math, your teachers may be explaining formulas. Any subject, It's okay to write down notes even when the teacher isn't talking. And some people may look at you weird, like, why are you doing that? But at the end of the day, it helps you stay focused, and it helps you ace those grades. Also, highlight important things in your notes, because sometimes when you're taking notes, you're writing down as much as you can. And when you go back, you have just a buttload of notes. Highlight those things that are important so when you go back and read the notes, you know what to study and you know what is most important that will be featured on your test or that will be on an assignment that you have to do. And last, pick out the best way for taking notes, because there's several ways. You can do an outline. Some people like color coding. There are a lot of ways to take notes effectively and efficiently. You can look that up online as well, but find the best option for you to allow you to take those notes and be able to actually understand them. Whether you need to type them up and have it being read to you, whether you have to reread it, whether you have to keep writing your notes over and over to understand it, flashcards, whatever you have to do with the information that you get, do it so you can have a successful school year. Now, I'm going to talk about one, this tip, because as you see right now, I come on the show every day. I don't come on wearing all types of clothes. I want to dress up because I want to be able to show who I am and showcase how sophisticated a lady should be and how you're supposed to dress. The same thing is for school. I don't care if you're at home or if you're going on campus. Look presentable. Don't go to school wearing house clothes or wearing all these things. Come presentable. Even when you're at home. If you know you have to get on Zoom one day, don't come on with a bonnet. Don't come on with your hair undone, with the wrong clothes on. You may not have to show the bottom of you, but from the top up, look presentable, because that shows your teachers that you want to be there, you want to learn, that you are engaged in the situation, because first impressions are everything, especially when we go to school. If you come on the first day of school looking a hot mess just because you're staying home, your teacher's going to look at you like, oh, maybe she's not organized, or maybe he or she isn't going to do well this school year because they don't look right. Impressions are everything. Look the way you want your school year to go. If you want to be able to have a great school year and to be able to succeed, you have to be able to look presentable and show people. Wear appropriate clothes that are in your school's dress code. If you've been at the school for a long period of time and you know your school dress code, don't do things that are going to get you in trouble on purpose and you know you're going to get dress coded by it. Simple as that. Walk out the house with appropriate clothes on. Comb your hair, style your hair. For my ladies, do your hair, make sure it looks right. Dude, brush your hair, comb your hair, do whatever you have to do to make yourself look presentable. And make sure that you keep your hygiene. Make sure that you're still brushing your teeth, you're still bathing the right way, you're still doing everything that you have to do. Put on deodorant, put on your perfume, because if you dress like you are going to be productive and you're going to be successful, then you will be. It's a mindset and a daily living style. If you want to have that successful school year, you have to dress like it and you have to be there. Make sure that you are showing those people, showing your teachers, showing yourself that you're going to have a great school year. And last but not least, or online and on campus, find a good study buddy. Whether that is your best friend, whether that is somebody in your class that you can call on video call, find a study buddy, because once you get to bounce your ideas off of people, I know for me, when I can talk to somebody and see someone else's perspective, it helps me be able to reroute some things and to reassure myself of certain things when it comes to assignment, whether that's doing math and checking my answers with somebody else to say, hey, did you match up with this? Did we get the same thing? So you can see whether you did something wrong. And then you can also help them out. If they may have done something, you can help each other out and be able to be successful together. Like I always say, when people come together, they can do great things. So getting someone to be able to come with you and to be able to help you, you both will be able to do great things together and be able to have a successful school year. I have a study buddy. I have someone that I can talk to who I know if I have any problems or if I need to check my work, they're going to be there. I can call them. I can be able to say that we're going to work together. Take everything that I have said, these tips, and don't take them lightly. I promise you, this is what has helped me and other people have successful school years. All these tips that I have listed have helped me to maintain an AB honor roll out of all these years that I've been in school. And I'm starting my 10th grade year. So this has helped me throughout this time. And I know it may seem hard. I know it may seem like you don't know what's going to happen this school year or you don't know how much of a workload you have. Believe in yourself and be confident. You got this and you're going to kick butt this school year. You're going to be successful and you're going to do everything that God has told you to do because you are a child of God and you are going to do what God has put you on this world to do. And if nobody tells you that they believe in you or that they think you're going to rock this school year, I am telling you now that you got this. Support yourself. Be able to be that one who's going to motivate you to push harder and harder and work for your goals. Let's do this and let's kick off this 2020 to 2021 school year with a bang and be able to say that when adversity hits us, we're still going to come back stronger. We have all this stuff going on in the world, but guess what? We're going back to school and we're still going to kick butt no matter what is going on around us. I love you all so, so, so much. And I really hope you have taken everything I said. Again, I love you all who are supporting, who are commenting. I do see, I do like it, I do love it because it helps me know that I am making a difference in somebody else's life. And again, if you haven't already, go look at the Kaylin's Caring Connection Facebook page, like it, make sure that you can go see the different things that I'm doing. Also, please go look at the Kaylin's Caring Connection Instagram. That is at Kaylin Cares 15. You can go on there and see the new segment, Quick Moments with Kaylin. And you can also go see different quotes that I do throughout the day. You can see certain pictures I may post with Kaylin's Caring Connection and be up to date. Also, go look at the Kaylin's Caring Connection YouTube channel, subscribe to it. Make sure you go check out those videos if you need a day of encouragement. And just make sure that you are being a light. Last, go check out that website at Kaylin'sCaringConnection.com. It is beautiful. I am sure you want to see everything that is on there. And I enjoyed coming on tonight, and I hope you take this throughout your week and throughout the school year. I love you all. Bye, and see you next week.